So what was the process like in terms of like getting all of your equipment and everything? I imagine there was some startup costs involved with opening a physical location, not only the space that you have to think about, but also all the supplies, materials, and everything that you need to provide the services. So take us through that experience.
Yes. So I'm gonna be very transparent because I feel as though when you're an entrepreneur, you see the glitz and glam on social media, but nobody tells like their real story, right? You don't see like, oh well, yeah, like I was really broke. So that wasn't the case for me. What happened was I actually had a business called Be Chic Image Styling Agency, which I currently had, and during the pandemic. I was privy to a lot of the funding, the free funding for business and things of that nature, because I had my documentations and all of my legalities in order,
Mhm.
right? So I was privy to some money. Well, the SBA actually gave me a $14,000 grant. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm going to save this money because I don't know what I'm gonna need it for. Now, mind you, the pandemic hit in 2020. I didn't open up and really register my business till the end of November of 2021. So that lets you know I held on to, the money for quite some time. Well, once I really realized like, okay, um, I'm going to be moving forward with opening up the clinic, I started out with that. So my startup was simply from my previous business. What I did was I registered my hair clinic RX business under my first business.
Okay.
Um, and then I took the grant money from that business and I funded this business. So that was like $14,000 in grant. However, I was asleep one day and all of a sudden in my spirit, I was awakened and literally I was led to this website, went to this website. I end up getting approved for $15,000 in equipment funding. So now here it is, we have, 14,000 in grants, 15,000 in equipment funding. Then I went to another website. And so I was like, okay, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So let me just like, let me try something else. And the next thing you know, I went on another website because the first website didn't really have all the equipment that I was looking for. So I was like, let me go over here and find some equipment I like. I found it. Well, lo and behold, I got approved for
Oh,
another
wow.
$10,000. So here it is. So starting out, I started out with grant and equipment loans,
Okay.
right? Specifically to what it is that I needed. However, moving forward, I realized that I was okay. It's only but so much money. 14,000 ain't but so much. Between paying your first month's rent, your security deposit, all the legalities that you need for the business. I like products that I actually need to get started and things of that nature. It's only going to get you but so far. However, it was a great startup. And so I was able to get everything that I needed to start up. Right. So I actually started, I wish I, had it in front of me right now, but I actually started with a little laser band, a little small $500 laser band to get, started. So I bought the proper products and the laser band and I started servicing my clients. From there, later on, what I did was I just kept building. What I did was I eliminated money from being my excuse, the lack of money. I just started pursuing. I created packages. And the thing about it is, did I have to tweak along the way? Absolutely. Did I run out of money? Yes, I did. So what I did when I started seeing that my money was getting funny, I had a $10,000 Discover card. So that was my personal credit card. And we know that we are not supposed to use personal credit with business credit things or in your business, things of that nature. But at that time, that's what I had to do to get certain things rolling. And so from that $10,000 personal credit card, I said out of the 10, I think I only used about 4,000. And then from there, I just kept pursuing, the people, getting products and things of that nature, and really getting them on payment plans, so that they are able to, afford the treatments because the treatments are not, they're they're not your $100, $200 treatment. So for the most part, overall, that's how I got started with funding. However, over the course of the months, I was able to get a couple of other grants, loans, and that was through QuickBook and Square, because QuickBooks, they look at your income, they bring it in. I started out, QuickBooks was able to give me 6,000. Square gave me like 2,000. But the thing about it is they were definitely used when, I needed to, continue to move forward with operations. And then I paid off the 6,000 QuickBook loan. And then I ended up getting another one, which was $10,000. And so I ended up paying that off. So it was like little loans here and there that really helped me. They're not really ideal because the payments are like weekly, but I knew I had the cash flow. And I believe that they wouldn't have gave me a loan looking at my cash if couldn't afford it. And I could. So that kind of gives you an idea of like how I got started, the funding and everything like that. And so once I, grew to where I needed as far as income wise, then I was able to upgrade my equipment. So every time I seen a certain type of money coming through, a certain amount of money coming through, I said, okay, I had my eye on, boom, I want this laser because it's a little bit bigger. It gives more coverage for hair restoration. And so I end up getting that. My steamers, I end up going on Amazon. And what I did was I price match and I compared and see what was out here and what was beneficial. And so I didn't go for the first, thing that I saw. I did my research. So between SBA, equipment loans, the funding, QuickBooks, Square, and also PayPal.
Nice.
All of those were like my resources that I utilized getting, started. And it was very successful. I made it work. So if I got approved for 2,000, okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna use 2,000 and I'm gonna start my own product line. So, it was just that simple. I made it work for what it is that I was, needed to work for.
Yeah, that's super savvy. And it was it was almost like an alignment happening that
Yes.
those loans were coming up as opportunities for you back to back like that. It was just like telling you that you were walking in the right direction with what you were supposed to be doing.